just gonna tweet this stream out quickly so you guys know that I am here and live. Right, guys, or whoever is here, if there is anybody here. Hello, good afternoon, and welcome to MUFC MPB over here on YouTube. Today is the 1st of July, so pinch punch, 1st of the month if you're into all of that stuff. But what I am more interested in is, first of all, the departures from the club, which have happened already. I'm just gonna just refresh the list a little bit. I'm more interested also in a bit of an update on Lisandro Martinez and another update on Malacia, which has come out literally, I'd say, in the past 10 minutes. But I'm just going to start with, it's July the 1st, which means contracts have expired. They expire at, I guess, midnight on July 1st. Well, the day going from July 30th to July the 1st, I guess that is when the contract expires. So you have Paul Pogba's gone, Nemanja Matic is gone, Juan Mata's gone, Jesse Lingard, Lee Grant, and Edinson Cavani. I mean, the last two, especially Lee Grant, I guess not as big news, but Pogba, Lingard, and I'd say Matic is probably bigger news. The departure of Matic means there is not one single central defensive midfielder that we currently have in the club. Just a reminder that Frenkie De Jong is not coming in to be that central defensive midfielder, as that is not his position. He is a central midfielder by trade. He's very technical on the ball, almost a flair type player, if you want to say it like that. He's going to come in and have a partner in the middle of the pitch, because when you don't have a defensive midfielder by nature, you play them alongside another central midfielder, I guess, to make up for the lack of speciality, I guess, in that role. Lisandro Martinez, I'm going to give you a quick update on him because something has come out very, very recently. Alex Crook has said a fee of £41 million should be enough for Manchester United to seal the deal of Lisandro Martinez ahead of Arsenal. Yeah, hello Lyle. Ten Hag doesn't play with defensive midfielders. Yeah, even more of a reason that he's going to play Frenkie De Jong alongside another a central midfielder. But I just still believe every club should have. Don't need De Jong and Bruno. I don't know. That's a little bit just doesn't sit right with me. Just having not one player in there that like is a defensive midfielder. It doesn't feel right. I'm sure it might work, but when you're playing against a team like City or Liverpool and you don't have a defensive midfielder on the pitch, it's honestly just a recipe for disaster. Look, perfect example. Manchester City went the whole season. They either played Rodri or Fernandinho. I think it was 51 or 52 games in a row. Champions League final comes against Chelsea. They don't play a defensive midfielder and they lose. I think that might be a perfect example of why you need a defensive midfielder. Ten Hag could have Garner if he impresses pre-season. Garner's not a defensive midfielder. He's a central midfielder. I guess he's not obviously as good as De Jong, but he's like De Jong. In terms, he probably could do a job there, but you couldn't leave him there by himself. You could leave Sangare there by himself. You can leave Rodri there by himself. Fabinho, Jorginho, Partey, Højbjerg, even Basuma. All of these players you can leave there by themselves because they are a defensive midfielder. We don't have any, and we're not going to be bringing any in apparently. We need at least a defensive midfielder, if not an out-and-out CDM. Exactly, that's what I'm saying, Ashwin. It makes sense. Because as I said, when you come up against a better team in the league, not having an option of having a defensive midfielder is going to bite you in the butt eventually. And I don't really want to be on the receiving end of an embarrassment. But yeah, back to Lisandro Martinez. If I can get the tweet. Yeah, a fee of £41 million should be enough for Manchester United to seal the signing of Lisandro Martinez. And yesterday, Marcel van der Kraan, via Telegraph and which I guess is a Dutch outlet like the Telegraph here, and via Sport Witness says Lisandro Martinez is very high on Erik ten Hag's wish list, so I expect big developments in the next 24 or 48 hours. Martinez will also have his hopes pinned on United, who are an absolute top club for him. I mean, make of that what you will. That was said yesterday, and today apparently £41 million would be enough to secure the signing. We just need to get it done. We just need to get it done. And I think that if we were able to get him in, I do think he'd slot into the... Would he start? Do you think if Lisandro Martinez comes in, he'd start at centre-back next to Rafael Varane and replace Harry Maguire? Do you think that's a genuine possibility, or do you think that he'll come in and sit on the bench? Hello, Richard. Greetings from Ghana. Shout out to everybody from Ghana. Sangare, in my opinion, is the best option to get. But I agree. He's the best option for me as well. I can't see anybody else out there who is good enough, of a decent age, and cheap enough. Because I think Sangare is 24. Let me just double check that. Ibrahim Sangare. Yeah, he's 24 years old. He turns 25 in December, so he's got a lot of time on his side, 100%. I just got something else here. But with Tyrell Malacia as well, who I've always said is going to be Erik ten Hag's first signing. Marcel van der Kraan, again via the Telegraph and Sport Witness, says the deal is done, and yesterday he spoke about his own terms. They were not so complicated because he already knew what he could earn at Lyon. Manchester United only had to go a little bit over that. I said I put money on Tyrell Malacia being the first signing, and I think it's going to be. One thing related to this, I guess, if you want to say, one thing that was meant to happen today was the official release of the kit, and that's been postponed until next week, so the 8th of July. All I can say about that is I would expect Frankie De Jong to probably reveal the kit, or the first pictures of Frankie De Jong to be in the new kit, and maybe they know that they can't get all of that done until next week, because I don't know how I saw this or where I saw this, but about an hour ago, ESPN tweeted that Frankie De Jong proposed to his girlfriend, now fiance. So maybe that's... I don't think he would have told Manchester United that I'm going to propose to my girlfriend, but maybe personal reasons kept him out in America for that long and prevented the deal from being done. Because obviously when you're going to do something as big as that, as life-changing as that, you don't want to oh, sorry, babe, I got to go and have a medical. I got to, sit with my age. You don't want to be doing that stuff. So maybe because of that, that might be why the announcement hasn't been made yet, or the final contracts haven't been signed yet, leading on to the kit being postponed until next week. Because maybe Manchester United wanted to have Frankie De Jong revealing the new kit today. It doesn't make sense, in my opinion, to buy Lisandro and not play him. If we sign Lisandro and Anthony, we have a player in every area of the pitch who know how to play Ten Hag's football. That is very true. Any truth in the Tielemans rumours? Seems like we're being used here. I've seen a lot of aggregator accounts tweeting about Yuri Tielemans, but it's more on the side of, would you have him? I haven't seen any concrete rumours, which makes me believe that we might be being used. We've always been linked to Tielemans, even when he was at Anderlecht, but he obviously went to Leicester. He has 1 year left on his contract, and he hasn't. He's apparently refused to sign a new one. So we know how Leicester are with money and trying to get as much for their players as possible, as you should, as any club should. But we paid 80 million for Maguire coming from Leicester, and I can't see them allowing Tielemans to go for a reasonable price, because he is one of their better players. You'd probably have to pay around 50 million for him. He has 1 year left on his contract as well. They could wait for January and let him speak to clubs outside of the Premier League because, as you can imagine, I don't think they would want to wait until next summer and have Tielemans go to another Premier League club for free, because obviously you don't want to strengthen your rivals for no price at all. I reckon they'd rather he go outside of the Premier League. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see whether these rumours are true. If they stay persistent over the next week or two, maybe that might give it some validity. Don't the team fly out on the 8th? I don't know when the team fly out. Isn't the first game... I want to say it's the 14th or the 12th or something like that. This season looks like United are going for system players. Every team has system players. We don't have system players. That's a problem. Every team needs system players. Manchester City's full of system players. So is Liverpool. Chelsea. Even Arsenal. Every top team is full of system players. We don't have any because we have too many egos. I had 30 million for Tielemans. 30 million, if he was going to a club other than Manchester United, would be reasonable. We couldn't get him for 30 million. We never get charged accurate prices. It's annoying, yeah, but that's the consequence of, you know, what the ownership. It's so poor, we get taken advantage of and they let it happen. I heard 30 million for Tielemans, but I would go to Arsenal. I would love Tielemans. I would like him. I don't think he's... I think maybe a couple of years ago, I feel like he's plateaued a little bit at Leicester, if I'm totally honest with you guys. When he was at Anderlecht with Leander Den Donker, they were the two like hot Belgian prospects, and I would have taken them both. We were linked to both of them, but obviously they went their separate ways. I reckon the season we signed Maguire should have been the season we went in for Tielemans instead. But I don't know. I just feel like I just feel like he's plateaued a little bit, and he's obviously a very good player, and he would come in and improve our midfield. But if we're getting Eriksen as well, who apparently, if we sign Malacia and De Jong, he will say yes. Apparently, if we manage to get him as well, having Tielemans in there might just be a bit of an overload, especially in the same position. All of these central midfielders and attacking midfielders, but not one DM. That's the problem that I would have. Much rather we go for Sangare with the 30 million than Tielemans, to be honest. Thoughts on Malacia? As I said a couple of days ago, I've only watched him a few times last season in the final of the UEFA Conference League and for the Netherlands as well. Although I have seen... Obviously, I've done my research on YouTube and seen that he is a very tough tackler. People say that he's similar to Wan-Bissaka, but he's not. He's better technically on the ball. He's a better dribbler. He can pick out a pass, but at the same time, he's very... he looks like he's got a lot of core strength. He reminds me of Raheem Sterling in the way that he's smaller, but he's still able to hold himself up and, you know, hold bigger people off. That's what Malacia reminds me of. He's a very good tackler. He's good defensively as well. I think he will come in and start over Luke Shaw, if I'm perfectly honest with you. Maybe clubs are waiting on the Tielemans deal so that at the end of the window, Leicester reduce the price rather than lose him on a free. To be perfectly honest with you, Ashton, I haven't really seen many other clubs in for him, if I'm honest. I only realised he had a year left on his contract today when I saw it. On a tweet. I had no idea. You wouldn't think that he has a year left on his contract given the amount of interest he hasn't received. As I said before, the Premier League isn't the only league in the world. Once he gets to January, he's able to talk to foreign clubs. Juventus could go in for him, or maybe even a Borussia Dortmund I think might be a good fit, because they've just lost Axel Witsel to Atletico Madrid, I believe. Might be completely wrong, but I might be remembering wrong, but they're losing Axel Witsel, so I think that he could go to Dortmund. That would be a deal that makes sense for me. Haven't seen that anywhere, but it would make sense for me. But then, of course, next season, if he doesn't leave in January or if he doesn't leave this summer, he's a free-for-all in the summer. Obviously, Leicester don't want that because Leicester are good with their money. They have good ownerships. They have a good ownership, sorry. But yeah, haven't signed it. I feel like Exodus is the wrong word. That might be my poor English. Exodus, I believe to be exiles, people that have left. Pogba, Matic, Mata, Lingard, Lee Grant and Cavani, their contracts expired last night, well, yesterday or today, so they have all officially left the club. We are 6 players down and probably will have... Yeah, I thought the 12th of July was the first game. Tillemans to Barca, they've got Pedri, Gavi, Busquets. They don't have De Jong anymore, to be fair, so that is a good shout. What other central midfielders do Barcelona have? Because I know it's not just 3. Malacia, I love low risk signing. You know what? I love that comment. I wish I could pin it, but I'm not on StreamYard. I'm on Streamlabs. I wish I could pin that comment because it's only 14 or 13 million. He's young. Obviously, he's unproven in the Premier League, but he's excitable because if he doesn't do well, cool. You still have Luke Shaw, and you've only lost 14 million pounds. It's low. I don't think there's any risk to it at all. To be honest, the only risk that comes with it is if he comes in with, you know, that type of ego ways. I'm gonna start. I'm gonna do this and that. If he just holds himself steady and just does what he needs to do. Basically, what I'm saying is, if he doesn't have a big mouth and hypes himself up, then it's the most low risk signing that we're probably gonna make. Champion, it would be a cheap deal for them. They wanted Neves. Oh, you're talking about Barcelona? We need... I saw something, but I can't... Yeah, this was a reply to a comment earlier. He went on holiday. He's flying back this weekend. Yeah, obviously he went on holiday to LA. But football players have done business on holiday before. You know, you speak to your agent. But what I was saying is, it came out... Well, he proposed to his girlfriend whilst he was on holiday. So I can imagine that he was probably trying to avoid all of that other stuff. That might have been playing on his mind. He probably just wanted to focus or make it the best possible holiday for her. He probably doesn't want to take her on holiday and, you know, have a... talking with him about football and Manchester United, his agent being there, people calling his phone up all the time. That might be a reason why the deal might be dragging on a little bit. What players do you think we will sell this summer? As well, of course, the ones that have just gone on freeze. I think we'll sell Eric Bailly, Alex Telles, either Wan-Bissaka or Dalot, Phil Jones, one of the wingers, and by one of the wingers I mean either Ahmad or Facundo Palestri. So that's, I'm gonna say 6. Dean Henderson on loan, does that count as a sale to you? That's 7. Not gonna sell Maguire. I feel like I've forgotten a whole bunch of players. My brain has gone blank. My brain has gone blank. So far I have 7 players. Yeah, we do need a right back urgently, and Denzel Dumfries would be the perfect candidate. I believe that if we get enough money from sales, then he's the person. Brandon Williams is the other person I couldn't remember. Pardon. I believe that if we get enough money for player sales, Denzel Dumfries would come in. You probably get him for around 30 million. I think he's 26. Full Dutch international, former PSV captain, and he's currently at Inter Milan. He's just had a very good season, but they need some money, and they don't really want to be selling Lisandro Martinez or Bastoni. Pereira as well. See, these are players that I'm forgetting about. Pereira's definitely going this summer, I think, to a team in the Premier League. Don't think he's that bad to go to the Championships. But yeah, he'll be going as well. Let me just reply to something quickly. We have 3 right backs and all of them could leave. You counting Brandon Williams as a right back? Dalot, I don't know, but I don't know which one of Dalot or Wan-Bissaka could leave, because what you get in one thing, you don't get in the other. And that's why I think Wan-Bissaka is probably going to leave, because Dalot's better going forward, and Ten Hag's right backs need to be kind of well-rounded. Look at Tagliafico and Mazraoui, two of the most well-rounded right-backs full-backs about. You have Malacia, would be his Tagliafico. Denzel Dumfries would be his Mazraoui, but I just don't think you have enough of both in... I just don't think you have enough of both in Dalot or Wan-Bissaka. With Wan-Bissaka, you have elite one-on-one defending, but then you have below average attacking football. With Dalot, you don't have elite anything. You just have average to good attacking, and then average, maybe a bit below average defending. That's the problems that we have with those two right backs. Would you take Belotti on a free as a backup? Now, yeah, he's not gonna, he's leaving on a free this summer, but I don't know. I don't know, because I remember when he kind of like burst onto the scene, he was this new Italian beast of a striker at Torino. Arsenal were in for him. I think it was like 50 or 60 million, got rejected. Bet they wish they hadn't rejected that now. As a backup striker at Manchester United, we have to think about the options we have in the attacking front three. We have Sancho probably going to start on the left or the right. Do you know what? It depends whether Ten Hag prefers Rashford or Martial. I feel like he'll prefer Martial over Rashford. If they both impress, he'll probably stick with Martial. So that will probably put Sancho back on the right and Martial on the left. If Martial is a starter on the left for Manchester United, then I probably would take Belotti as a cup striker, or someone to come on when Ronaldo's tired or when he's played a few too many games in a row. If he prefers Rashford on the left or on the wing, or we sign a winger, then I wouldn't sign Belotti, because then I'd have Martial as the backup striker. That's how I'd do it. Goncalo Ramos. Let me do a quick Google search. Goncalo Ramos. Sporting. Couldn't even tell you if he's a striker. Is he a striker? I mean Benfica, sorry, not Sporting. To me, this looks like a football manager type. Signing. But yeah, no, it all depends on whether, first of all, we sign a winger, and if we don't, who plays. If Martial starts, I would sign Belotti. If Martial doesn't start, then I wouldn't sign Belotti. I like Livramento from Southampton. Did Chelsea get rid of him permanently? And I think they did get rid of him permanently, and I think they have either first refusal or a buyback clause. So all that will do is raise the price. Is Martial staying? Because yeah, Martial will be here. I guess. Martial will. I can't see him leaving Manchester United this summer, to be honest. I know we're in a position where we need new players, but at the same time, a new manager's just come in. So players like Wan-Bissaka, Dalot, Martial, Rashford, they will get another chance under Erik ten Hag. And I'm excited. I'm a fan. I'm not Martial FC, but I am a fan of Anthony Martial. I like the way he plays. I think he's good in front of goal, and I'm excited to see him next season. Is Martial saying I'm not MFC MPB? I'm Brooks. What's the news? I just came. So there's a bit of news. Obviously, it's the 1st of July, which means that contracts have expired. Pogba, Matic, Mata, Lingard, Lee Grant and Cavani's contracts have all expired. A bit of a more urgent update from Alex Crook. A fee of £41 million should be enough for Manchester United to seal the signing of Lisandro Martinez. That is from Alex Crook, who is a football correspondent for TalkSport, commentator, and journalist. He is quite a reliable source when it comes to Manchester United. So, with Lisandro Martinez, let me just get the other thing that I had earlier. From Van der Kraan, I cannot find the tweet. That is unfortunate. But there is updates on Terrell Malacia as well. This was late yesterday. Marcel van der Kraan, who's writing for The Telegraph and reported via Sport Witness on Malacia, the deal is done, and yesterday he spoke about his own terms. They were not so complicated because he already knew what he could earn at Lyon. Manchester United only had to go a little bit over that. I would expect to hear we go today from Fabrizio Romano, to be perfectly honest with you, regarding Terrell Malacia, and I would expect to hear we go regarding Frankie De Jong in the coming days. I've always said that Malacia is going to be the first signing. He is low risk, as someone in the comment section pointed out earlier. Can't remember who it was, but he is a low risk signing. I think he'll be perfect. Either he'll push Luke Shaw onto the elite heights that Tellez did in his first season, or he will come and replace him in the starting lineup. I think it's going to be the latter. I think that Malacia is going to come in and start against Brighton on the first day of the Premier League season. He'll probably get more game time in the pre-season than Luke Shaw. I think our first game is on the 12th. Martial better be saying. Yeah, he better be saying. As I said, I'm not Martial FC, but I'm a big fan of him. I like his demeanor. I just like his presence. His presence there makes me feel comfortable. I wish we'd give up on De Jong. Steve, are you alright? Why do you wish... We're going to get De Jong. Like, he was on holiday. He just proposed to his girlfriend as well. Yeah, I'm British. Martial down there. This is what I mean. If you have Sancho on the right... Okay, if we don't sign Anthony, Sancho has to play on the right, and you have to play Martial on the left. And then... Yeah, you have to play Martial on the left and Sancho on the right if we don't sign Anthony. It just makes more sense. I prefer Martial over Rashford as well. Who do you guys think is better, Martial or Rashford? Sergio Romero, do you think it's possible? Yeah, I think it's possible. I think it will happen, and I'm a fan of it because he knows his role at Manchester United. He knew his role at Manchester United, and when he was on the pitch, he was performing. I don't understand why we treated him so badly, and I fully understand why he left. Do you think Lisandro Martinez will join? I do think Lisandro Martinez will join. Thank you for following me on Twitter. Make sure you do follow MUFC MPB on Twitter as well as mine. Make sure you do subscribe to the YouTube channel as well. We're close to 1,000 subscribers. If all of you subscribe now, we're 54 subscribers away from 1,000. We can definitely get 1,000 by today, 100%. If all of you subscribe right now, we can get 1,000 by today. That will be the first milestone in hopefully many for this channel and myself. Gakpo instead of Anthony, what do you say? I don't know. I don't know too much about Gakpo. I've seen him a few times. He looks decent. He is PSV's captain as well, which automatically raises the price, but he does play on the left. And Anthony, we need a right winger. Hamza. I wonder where Tellez goes after Malacia is signed. Feyenoord or Lyon? Malacia tried to sign, Lyon tried to sign Malacia. We're getting him instead, and obviously Feyenoord is Malacia's current club right now, so give them Tellez. I'm sure he'll do well in the Dutch league or the French league. Do you think we'll reach an agreement with Malacia and Frankie this weekend? Yeah, I think we do. Apparently, we've already reached an agreement with Terrell Malacia. It's just waiting to be announced, and I think we will when Frankie De Jong gets back to, I guess, where he comes from. Rashford comeback. Rashford, Martial. I'm seeing... That's not a subscriber account. That's a live view account. Do you think we... Rashford comeback. Yes, Ibs. How you doing, Ibs? I hope Rashford has a comeback, and I hope Martial has a comeback. There's a few players I hope actually get back to their full form. There's a few players, someone like Harry Maguire, Phil Jones, Wan-Bissaka. There's a few players who I'd rather just leave, but Rashford, Martial, Donny van der Beek, David De Gea, I want all of those players to find Bruno Fernandes to find their full form. it would make way more sense. Obviously, I still want the incoming signings, but why would it? Why not have everybody playing top football? I actually think that Batsil was better. What? Who's Batsil? Wait, huh? I actually think that Batsil is better than Sancho. If we don't sign Anthony, we can go for Astak and free Lolas with Steph also. That I don't know what's going on there. Probably a troll message, but it didn't sound like anything off. So Martial is miles better than PR Rashford. How much would we realistically get for Tellers? 10 to 15 mil. Probably get 5 to 10. We signed him for 12, and he's been dead since he came in. And other clubs will know that. So probably 5 to 10 mil. What does MP? I don't know. I was wondering what MPB stands for. It's probably initials of the person who owns the account. That's what I would think. Just subbed and liked. Love the work on here on Twitter. Thank you very much, Ahmed. Yeah, guys, make sure you do like and subscribe to this video as well as sharing it. We are on 952 subscribers right now. 1,000 subscribers and the Eric Ten Hag bald cap does get put on for a video. That was a deal that was made yesterday. I do need moderators. Big Ron will be a moderator. He is a regular in the comments and has been a viewer of mine and Ibs's for a very long time. I need to figure out how to do it. I need to figure out how to ban people from the chat because this is getting annoying now. I'm still new to actually controlling this. Yeah, I don't run the account odds on FPL. We need a CDM and centre back. Yeah, we do need a CDM and a centre back. We're getting hopefully Lisandro Martinez. I think he would come in. I don't know. Do you guys think Lisandro Martinez would come in and start as a centre back next to Varane, or do you think he would come in and have Varane partnered by Lindelof? Or I'm figuring out now how to ban someone, but I couldn't tell you. I'm trying to figure it out. Oh, I think I did it. Oh, I did it. Did I do it? There we go. We need a CDM bad. Do you think that Trent agent... What's this PC test talking about? He's getting put on a timeout as well because I'm getting a bit annoying. There we go. We need a CDM and yeah. So do you guys think Lisandro Martinez would come in and start, or would he come in and be a bench player? Thank you very much, Brent. That is very appreciated. Thank you very much. Maguire, Sancho, Rashford might perform like new signings. I'm not putting any money on Maguire performing like a new signing. Ten Hag is going to want to play high. Maguire is just... You need pace. You have to be fast. I think he's shown over the last 18 months. I don't think he has the concentration levels. He obviously doesn't have the pace. He doesn't have the mobility. I don't think he's going to play well in an Eric Ten Hag system. I think eventually he'll get sold, maybe even loaned. I don't know, but I don't think he's going to do very well. I think Lindelof is in for a big season. Yeah, I think he's in for a big season as well. Because even if we do get Lisandro Martinez, Lindelof definitely is more of a Eric Ten Hag centre back than Maguire. I think he's more comfortable on the ball, taking it out, playing through the lines. He's obviously more nimble on his feet and quicker across the ground. I think that he'll have a decent season. We're definitely not getting rid of him. Lisandro Martinez is too small to play centre back in the Premier League. When has there ever been a 5'9" centre back in the Prem who played in a two-man defence ever? That is a question for the comments because I don't know. Couldn't answer that. Look, he does play CDM as well. Look, I don't know. Maybe Eric Ten Hag has a plan. What is the news? Contracts have expired. Malacia deal apparently done. Opinions on PSV talent. I obviously know what it means. Like, it's a joke. I just want to see if I could say it without it sounding like it. Good try. I studied English and journalism at uni. I'm quick on these things. I'm very good. English is my forte. Martinez can play a number of positions. Decent player, left back, centre back, CDM. We definitely won't be playing in left back because we're getting Malacia and we already have Luke Shaw. Chance he could play at centre back. Also a chance he could play at centre defence in midfield. Alright, Dominic. I will see you later, Dominic. You only need to put a message once. You don't need to put it so many times. And sorry. If, by the way, you want to send a tweet, follow me on Twitter and send it to me, or like tag me in it or something. Don't spam it in the chat. Are you the Twitter admin? No, I'm not the Twitter admin. I'm just a YouTube admin, I guess. I don't think any of the lads have a pace. Varane is very, very fast across the ground. That's why, look, we were in for Timber. Timber is fast. Like, Timber is fast. Twanzebe probably going to leave as well. I think maybe his time is up in terms of he's not a youngster anymore. He hasn't proven himself anywhere apart from Aston Villa in the Championship. That might be his level. Thoughts on Ziyech? Pardon, yeah, he can stay at Chelsea. Don't want him at Manchester United. Think he's a good player, but I don't want him here. We have our own Ziyech, I guess, if you want to have that type of player in Jadon Sancho. Technical player, 1-2 type player. On the other side, we need someone who's going to skin people down the wings. And Anthony is that player. Any FC goal updates? No. Eric Ten Hag's strategy depends on rotating on the pitch, so you could find Martinez assisting. Yeah. Fluidity is key in an Eric Ten Hag system. Quick play is key. Ten Hag likes Martinez because when we are on the ball, he likes fast, agile players who can take one-on-ones, because when we were in possession, our fullbacks will be put... Exactly. That's why I think that Martinez could come in. And... Right, I'm going to... Alright, so David De Gea is here. This is our keeper. This is our back four. The two centre-backs split and the full-backs push on. That's the way Eric Ten Hag plays. So I don't see any problems in playing Martinez. Obviously, yeah, if you're playing against, I don't know, a big bullish strike, Erling Haaland versus Lisandro Martinez, an aerial challenge comes in. He's probably going to lose it. But, yes, it happens. 42 subscribers away from the big 1,000. We can definitely hit that. If everybody subscribes in the stream, we can definitely hit that today. Varane didn't show any of that pace last season, in my opinion. Those muscle injuries only get worse with age too. He's still fast. He still gets across the ground. What do you reckon the 11 will be versus Brighton? I love questions like this. It just gets my brain thinking. I can't, unfortunately, put it on the screen, but I am going to go for David De Gea in goal, Terrell Malacia at left back, Lisandro Martinez and Rafael Varane centre backs, and Denzel Dumfries right back. So in that back four, you have 3 new signings. That's me being optimistic and quite excited. In the middle, I'm going to go with Frankie De Jong. Bruno Fernandes in front. We're going to play 4-2-3-1. Bruno Fernandes in front. I'm going to come back to that second centre midfield spot next to De Jong. But on the left, I'm going to go with Sancho. No, on the left, I'm going to go with Martial. On the right, I'm going to go with Sancho. And up front, I'm going to go with Cristiano Ronaldo. That's 10 of my 11. Who do you guys think should be the second centre midfielder? Because in my head, it's either between Eriksen or Donny van de Beek. Or even Fred. It could even be Fred. I don't know. I think it's going to be Van de Beek. Hi, Kieran. Syrian or Kieran or Syrian. I'm not sure how to pronounce that correctly. Yeah, Ashwin. My man pocketed Mbappe and Neymar and retired. He retired because we had a delusional manager in charge who dragged him out the next game. Doesn't make sense. You put in the performance of your life and don't start the next game. Make it make sense, please. I think it's a toss-up between Fred and Donny van de Beek to who's going to start next to Frankie de Jong on the opening day. El Bloomer's good question. Love those questions. Has any player signed for United? No, not yet. Malacia apparently has completed the deal. The deal is done, according to Van der Krog, but we haven't announced it or anything like that. Who is this? I don't understand where troll messages come from or what the enjoyment is, but I think it's quite annoying. I think Eric Ten Hag will utilise Donny in the number 10 role. I don't think he will. I think that's Fernandez's position. Whether or not you don't like Fernandez or you think he's a bit of a wasteful person, he produces. When do you think we'll get the first Here We Go? Love that. I think the first Here We Go will come either today or tomorrow, and it will be Tyrell Malacia. Today or tomorrow regarding Tyrell Malacia will be the first Here We Go. You heard it here first from me, Brooks. That's just my opinion. To be honest, I blame his agent for his lack of development. He had an option to go to Newcastle and chose Villa. Then when he didn't get games, he went to Napoli, who have class defenders, and was fourth choice. That is a good viewpoint, to be honest. Isn't his agent like his brother? Or am I thinking of someone else? I think he would have done well at Newcastle. Yeah, Steve. Bro, stop. I can't even say that name because it's not English writing. But just stop. It's not fun. It's not funny. Please stop. De Gea out. We have a De Gea outer in the chat, unfortunately. Might have to block you as well. Do you think we'll get Sergio Romero? Yes. De Jong and Eriksen, Here We Go next week. Hopefully next week. Hopefully next week that will be a Here We Go. I do want both of them at Manchester United, and I'm excited. What have I done here? I've accidentally just clicked something. There we go. It's a daisy. Here we go. I'm back. What do you think to Tariq Lamptey or Tino Livramento for TV? For TV? Is that another player or is that meant to say RB? For right back. Out of the both of them, I'd probably prefer. I don't know. I think they're both young, obviously. Livramento's a bit younger, I believe. They had good starts to the season. I know Livramento had a good start, but he very slowly burned out. Either he got didn't he get injured? Or he just slowed down a little bit. I'd probably take Livramento over Tariq Lamptey. But as I said before, I think Chelsea either have a buyback or a first refusal on him, so that would be quite difficult. We've delayed on kit launch. Yeah, we delayed it until we delayed it until the 8th. I think that has something to do with De Jong, to be honest. Or maybe we're going to unveil all of the signings at once. So, like, you know how football clubs, they have, like, a few players just standing side by side in a new kit. You never know. It could be Malacia, Eriksen, and De Jong. You never know. But I think the delay in the deals has something to do with the delay in the kit launch as well. Your thoughts on James Garner? Very good in the Championship last season. We just need to wait and see what he can offer Manchester United on tour. I think he should definitely play the matches against the Premier League team. So, yeah, again, I think he should start against Liverpool. Because there's no use playing him against teams that aren't in the Premier League to get a good eye on him. You want to see him, you know, how he copes against the best in the Premier League. It would make more sense. Tillemans, Contract expires next summer. If he doesn't go anywhere this summer or sign a new contract, which he's refusing to do, he can talk to foreign clubs in January or leave for free next summer. And I know Leicester don't want to let him go for free. Axel's brother and sister are his agents. Yeah, I thought so. The issue is that there isn't much critical thinking when you're related to someone. Exactly. They're going to be like, oh, you got, back your ability. Look, when you have an agent like Mino Raiola, obviously it's unfortunate that he's passed away, but they have your best interest. He's not related to you. He doesn't care about you like that in that way. He cares about you on the footballing side. When you have... Look at Adrian Rabiot. His mum is his agent, and there's always so much chaos there. When you have a family member as your agent, it's not good. Harry Kane's agent is his brother, and look at the situation he's been in. Tried to leave Man City, couldn't do it. It helped him sign a 6-year contract to Tottenham after not winning anything. And it's, look at his career. I don't think you should have family members as your agents because it doesn't really end well. ACL, was that Livramento? I do rate Yuri Tillemans, yeah, but I don't think we should sign him if we have 4 other central midfielders in the same position. Would signing Romero make sense? He was good back then and we shouldn't have let him go, but there is a massive difference between him and Heaton currently. Do you think Heaton's better than Romero? Who do you think will leave Man United this summer? Dean Henderson, Alex Telles, either one of Wan-Bissaka or Dalot, Eric Bailly, Phil Jones, Axel Twanzebe, Brandon Williams. That's 7. There was someone else. Central midfielders. One of them. I'm going to say 7 players. So those 7 players I think are the ones that are going to leave. I think Eric Ten Hag will go with Donny van der Beek and Frankie de Jong as his 2 in midfield because DVB blend them. That is true. Oh, Miz was back. Do you just wait? Were you just waiting to spam again? Are you not bored? Oh, Lee Grant. Oh no, he's already gone because his contract expired today or yesterday night. I think PPO have relatives. People have relatives as their agents because they want them to get money as well. Yeah, they do, but you're earning 100k a week. You can't give them a little bit of that. Pau Torres or Lisandro Martinez, who do you rate more? I'd probably have Pau Torres over Lisandro Martinez. But I wouldn't be annoyed at all with Lisandro. I'd be happy with very happy with Lisandro Martinez. But I'd still probably take Pau Torres over him. Who would you guys have? Romero was ultimate professional, always did a good job when called upon, unfairly treated, surprised he would come back, hope he does. Apparently he wants to come back. I don't understand why he was treated the way he was treated. He knew his place, which as the backup keeper you need to know, because look at the situation with Dean Henderson. I clearly think he's better than he is. No, I clearly think he thinks he's better than he is. And it just gets in the way. It causes conflict. Apparently, he was one of the leaks in the change room. Martial, he won't be leaving. Lisandro can play CDM and I can make fun of Arsenal. We hate Arsenal here. Well, I hate Arsenal. Thoughts on Scott McTominay? Squad player, not technically good enough and not at the level that Manchester United's central midfielder should be. Ollie is petty and throws him out because he wore 20. That a joke? When do you think our first signing will be? This weekend, and I think it's going to be Malacia. Hello, James Tarkovsky. Most shocking transfer you've heard United have worked on? Are you asking me? I have to think about that. Probably Asensio. What do you mean? What do you mean by shocking? Shocking as in totally unbelievable, or shocking as in why the hell would you go for them? Ole messed up the goalkeeper situation big time. Definitely. Will you take Jared Bowen? The only way I'd take Jared Bowen is if you could get him for the same price or cheaper than Anthony. But it's West Ham and he's English, new English international, so you probably get asked for about 85-90 million for him. But which day? Sunday. Let me say Sunday. Backman made sense to me. Because backup keeper, he knows he's going to be a backup keeper, and you play him in the cup games or whatever. Thoughts on the Tielemans links today? Look, I haven't actually seen much of these Tielemans links to Manchester United. All I've seen is like footballing accounts say, would you like him? That's what I've seen. That's all I've seen. I haven't seen anyone say, oh, why the hell would you go for them? Okay. I'd probably have to stick with Marco Asensio. I think it's way too late to go for someone like Asensio. Whenever I get asked questions, I get brain farts. My brain goes blank. We've been linked to 83 players already this window. And I think I think Asensio might have to be the most obscure. Would you take Ruben Neves from Wolves? No, I wouldn't. I don't know, I just wouldn't. I think he's a good player, but I don't think he... I don't know. I wouldn't take him personally. Erik ten Hag is a big fan of Leicester midfielder. Yeah. Oh. But I just don't think that's linked. That's not linking us to him. That's just saying... That's making a general statement. I'm a big fan of Tielemans. Doesn't mean I want to sign him. Tielemans we know his contract runs out next summer. But that doesn't mean that we're going for him. Unless we've inquired, unless we're getting in contact, we're not going for him yet. If we are. Diaby on Dembele, I'd take Moussa Diaby from Bayer Leverkusen if that's the one you're talking about. But yeah, we haven't actually made a move or anything for Tielemans. We're getting so close to 1,000 subscribers, by the way. We're on 968, only 32 away. If you haven't already, make sure you subscribe, share the video as well. Help us get to 1,000 before the end of tonight. So, what day is it? It's Friday, I believe, isn't it? Yeah, before 11:59 on Friday. Help us get to 1,000 subscribers. First milestone of many, hopefully. Thanks to you guys. I would have loved Timber, but it looks like he's prioritised the World Cup and game time. I would like to see him sign Winter if we don't get Martinez. I wanted him as well. But whatever Van Gaal actually said to him obviously changed his mind. I still don't understand why, he doesn't think he'll start, because he will. Start collabing with other United YouTubers, Twitch guys. Look, I definitely do want to collab with other people, but you have to remember, I've only been here. I started this. Well, I was able to start on MUFC, MPB about a month ago, but I didn't have internet. Virgin Media, they hadn't fixed my internet for like 3 weeks, so I couldn't stream. This is my 3rd or 4th day in a row now where I'm, having proper interaction. I couldn't go to another channel now and be like, hi, I want to collab with you, because all that's really look as a from the other point of view, that's gonna to rants, yeah, that will look like, oh, he just wants the views, he doesn't care, he's just here to get his views up. Obviously, it does help interaction and get your face out there in the public, but you have to give yourself more of your own platform first and more of your own social media presence before you can ask for collabs with bigger channels. Hopefully, eventually, I definitely do want to collab with other people. I love doing that. I love talking about Manchester United. I could talk about football for hours. And when people are like, you guys are commenting and stuff like that, it makes it much easier for me. So I definitely would want to collab to get someone else on the channel. But for now, I think that I just have to grow this channel first, get more interaction before I think about asking for other stuff. Essentially, most obscure, not Mukiele. Mukiele made sense, right back. And he's available. Thank you very much, though. Love the channel from Wales. I have a lot of friends from Wales. I went to uni in Liverpool, so I know a lot of the mid and north Welsh people. Alex said we were on high alert. Well, I'm glad we're on high alert. Lisandro Martinez looking really positive. Means we have a partner for De Jong. Would he not play centre back? Centre back or CDM for Lisandro Martinez? Where is he playing? Great Q&A. Keep up the good work. Didn't realise you did these. I was a Twitter follower. Only started very recently. Honestly, in the last week or so. So it's fine. Don't worry. Thank you though. You have a Twitter page that has 200k followers. You're a big. Look. I'm the guy that I run the YouTube account and I do the YouTube videos, but there's someone else who does the Twitter account. That's not me. I'm sure that if he was able to message someone, he might. Maybe I could ask about that. But remember, at the same time, Twitter and YouTube are two different entities. He has 200k followers here, but we're on 972 subscribers here. So close to 1,000, by the way. Make sure to subscribe. Two different things for the time being. Maybe one day the YouTube channel will catch up. But for now, no. Give yourself time. Yeah, I'm giving myself time. I'm just taking this day by day. Would Eriksen start for us, or would he be a squad player? That's my thing. De Jong's gonna start. 100% he's gonna be the starter. The team's gonna be focused on him. I believe Bruno Fernandes is going to start. That then leaves one more position in the midfield three if you're playing a 4-3-3 or 4-2-3-1, the three central midfielders. Frankie de Jong is looking obvious. I mean, Donny van der Beek is here already, has played under Ten Hag before, so is looking the more likely to be starting. But Christian Eriksen, of course, is a very good Premier League proven player. I think there'll be a lot of rotation between Van der Beek, Eriksen and Bruno Fernandes, but I do think Eriksen would be a squad player. Would you want to get us a striker when Ronnie leaves next? Or who would you want? I've always said Jonathan David. He'll play CDM. Maguire and Varane will start. I don't think Varane and Maguire with the partnership if there is no new incoming centre-back. I think it's going to be Lindelof. I think he would suit a Ten Hag system better than Maguire. The real MPB doesn't want a face reveal. Some people just don't want their face to be out there, but he's got an account with over 200k followers. Maybe he just doesn't want that type of publicity, and that's fully understandable. We got to respect that. If he does want to show his face one day, he will definitely do it. He could probably just post a pic, but he just hasn't for whatever reason. We have to respect that. I am going to end the stream in a couple of minutes as well. We are slowing down. Are there any more questions that you guys want to ask? Oh, I do have one thing to say. I did a poll. I do stream on Twitch as well. I play FIFA, Football Manager. Not so much. I'm terrible at Football Manager. I'm not patient enough. I play Call of Duty and other games. I did a poll. Career mode starting tonight, hopefully. And the team that won was Manchester United. Surprise, surprise. So I will be starting a Manchester United career mode over on my Twitch later tonight. If you are interested in that, you can find my Twitch on my Twitter page, which is in the description down below. I will be streaming as much as I can physically possibly do. I go to the gym. I have a job, so I obviously won't be on all day every day. But make sure you follow my Twitter to keep up with updates regarding myself and this channel. Also, if you are not following MUFC MPB on Twitter, make sure you do, because Manchester United updates come through thick and fast, and he is up to scratch and up to date with pretty much everything. Harry Lawrence says Eriksen starts right wing, no Anthony, and he plays that role from Spurs. Bruno benched sooner or later. Van der Beek 10 and Lisandro with De Jong. De Jong, Lisandro, VDB, Eriksen on the right wing. I can't, given Bruno Fernandes's output, whether you think he's good or not, he has a very, very high output. I can't see him getting benched. I'd play Fred with De Jong because he's left-footed. I was thinking that as well, but it would make sense. Look forward to the next stream. Thank you very much, Patrick. What do you think of Edson Alvarez of Ajax? Erik ten Hag is interested. Isn't he a CDM? Argentinian CDM. How many days do you go gym? I go to the gym 6 days a week. Drop your Twitter in the chat. My Twitter is Anton Brooks. AMB. Oh, I also have an Instagram. I have a gym page which I sometimes upload stuff to. You can also find my Instagram on my Twitter page. Everything is on my Twitter page. All of my links are on my Twitter page. So yeah, Fernandes is going to shut the haters down soon, and I'm excited for it. I'm a massive, massive fan of Bruno Fernandes. Obviously, last year finished with 24 goals and assists, but he didn't have his best season. 24 goal and assist contributions for some players is the best thing ever. They get Player of the Year nominations. Bruno Fernandes drops a stinker, but he's still up there producing some of the best stats around. I'm a massive fan of him. He's done nothing apart from perform to an extremely high level for us since he came in. I also think that Bruno Fernandes should be the new captain. Ronaldo's probably not going to be here after next season, and Bruno Fernandes will be, so I think he should be the next captain. But Frankie de Jong is also in the picture for that as well. Thank you for the follow, Suvik. I'm going to end the stream. One thing before I go, make sure you follow my social medias in the description down below. Instagram's there, gym Instagram's there, Twitch is on my Twitter. Twitter's in the description down below. Follow everything so you can keep up to date with myself. Make sure you do follow MUFC MPB on Twitter as well if you haven't already. Make sure you like and subscribe this video. We're on 35 likes and 974 subscribers. I want to make sure to get to 1,000 subscribers before 11:59 tonight. I'll just read out the last few comments. Maguire must be sold this summer. He is useless. He won't be sold this summer, but I'm not a fan of him. Hearable hurts to watch, though. I want to watch him succeed. I think Erik ten Hag can adjust his game a little bit. Thoughts on Mike LUHD? Is that the troll account? Erik ten Hag might try Rashford in a different position. Where do you think it's probably going to be? I don't know. We've already tried him in all the positions, so I don't know, unless he wants to blame CDM or something. I think he's funny. I don't take anything he says seriously, to be honest. I laugh. I'm a very enjoyable person. I like to laugh. I find a lot of stuff funny. I find his account funny. I don't follow him personally, but I just see his retweets and stuff. Big up, bro. Have a good day, chat. Yes, everybody who tuned in today, thank you very much. You make this so easy for me, and I will be back tomorrow with more. But thank you very much. I will be streaming later on tonight. Follow me on Twitter to find out when I will be live.